Hello, fellow Lightkeepers. I'm so glad you're here with me this week. So many good things, so many great nuggets this past week. My last episode, I talked about being present and also being a winner, which was so fun. And I just want to kind of chime in about getting present, being present. So, yes, I did go to Amazon. I did order my new alarm clock, which I'm going to get this all set up tonight and I'm going to report next week how that goes because my personal challenge is to be more present. And that's starting with no cell phone in my bedroom. Nope. Look at this. Isn't this cute? It's called Tin Load. Super cute from Amazon. And actually, it just takes two AA batteries, super simple. I was actually kind of surprised. I think it was $13.99. So crazy, huh? So once I get that affiliate link back, I'm going to put this there after I know that I love it. But that's the update on that. And I have been doing my personal challenge of going into coffee shops without the cell phone. Wow. Okay, it's getting better. It's getting better since last week. Little report today. Had some coffee earlier this morning. Well, actually, I already had my coffee at home, so I got something decaf. But then went in to another place because I was just famished. I wanted to get something to eat. And I said, oh, personal challenge, no cell phone, you're by yourself. So it was interesting. I went to a couple places. They were all pretty busy. So I went to one of my faves, went to that one. And at one point, there were 10 people in. So it was not busy because they'd ran out of a lot of their food and because the kitchen was closed. I don't know if that's a Sunday thing or I don't know, after noon. Either way, wasn't busy. So I want you to guess how many people of the 10 that were customers, 11 including myself, were not on screens. You got that. Two, myself and the gentleman who was at the register. And then there were a few more that came in. So here's another guess. There were 13 people in the place. Guess how many were not on a screen? You guessed it. Two, myself and the other gentleman at the register. So there you have it. Now, there was one gentleman that came in kind of at the end. He was one of those that had the screen, and I noticed he was sitting there for a bit, and then he pulled out of his back pocket and pulled out his phone, but then he was just kind of on and off. So maybe I'm helping affect the no screen in the coffee place. In fact, I was thinking when I was sitting there, I was like coming up with different ideas, and I thought, oh, I want to write that. Nope, don't have my journal. I don't have my pen and paper, so I'm not going to write it down. I thought, wow, what a great idea to have a no screen coffee place. Now, I bet there's already one somewhere in the world. It's probably in Europe. However, that's just my little update on being present. And as I had mentioned before, when we are present, we hear the whispers. And when we hear the whispers, our soul is guided to our right path, and then we're in alignment. When we're busy, jumping from this, jumping from that, jumping to the next, jumping to that, that's when we continue to be in fight or flight. We have disease on down the path. So I just thought that was kind of a fun little recap, little update, other little update. My beautiful lotion. If you're not watching on YouTube, I'm pulling out from my winnings. I shared this with a good friend and she's like, oh my gosh, that hand cream is the best. Have you tried it yet? And I wanted to savor that and wait with all my good friends on there. So, oh my gosh, it smells so good. This is I don't know if I'm saying it correct. La Aquitaine en Provence creme mayonnaise hand cream. Shea butter. I know my daughter's going to love this. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is amazing. I think I'm going to try and get an affiliate on this one because I love this product and it's beautiful, right? And it's actually really big. This was part of my winnings for the Mother's Day basket. I'm so grateful. Oh, my hand is like so greasy. I can't get the lid back on. So we'll just oh, got it on. Okay, we'll put that aside. So a reminder today, a little reminder, big reminder today. I was with some friends and we had a little coffee and it was interesting how some people really, really feel they get this, you get this. I was just reminded how our thoughts are so powerful with whatever. And it's not just, it's manifesting whatever. And we all know this because not only can we manifest good things like a relationship or money or a job or a house or a partner, you can also manifest illness really big time. I've seen that real time. The mantra, oh, I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. Just as well, those thoughts are so powerful and they seep in. And then what happens is your mind believes it. It believes it. You manifest it. So it's so funny because I was having coffee with some lovely ladies, and the talk track was, it was almost like, it's like, those little wheels, you just keep going round and round and round with the same thought. And I shared my story and I said, you know what? I left everything I knew. I didn't know where the money was going to come. I didn't know anything. And I just left it, including all the furnishings for my house. And guess what? The universe showed up, and it basically really helps the brave. It only really helps. It just paves the path, because I did hear little whispers and got my house pretty much furnished for almost free, not much. And I acquired all kinds of wonderful things along with friendships. And abundance isn't just money or money in the bank. It's a whole person. It's your health. It's your friendship. It's your community. It's everything. So it was just so interesting to see someone on the wheel and just trying to say, well, you can change that. You've manifested things before, but just so persistent on that same track, And, I have affiliates, but then I've kind of taken a break with my commercials. So this is my personal commercial right now. My personal commercial and plug for you, my listeners, is if you DM me, send me a DM, or if you go ahead and go to my booking link, you can go to my website, thekimberlykatherine.com, and go ahead and book and put in the code I'm ready. The code is I'm ready. I''am ready. I am offering for the first 3 people who book, and the due date, I'll extend it to June 6th, a free session. I'm going to give you a free session because I really want to help some of these ladies get off that track. And that session is going to be my coaching that I do. And I am going to be having some other offerings, like I said, for my 1-year anniversary. But I was just so compelled today. I said, I'm recording and I'm going to offer some free sessions, but people got to want it. You got to want it. So go ahead and go to my website, book for 60 minutes. It's good for 60 minutes, and it's I'm ready. thekimberlykatherine.com. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my email list, as well as for the free meditation. So, yeah, I just thought that was such an interesting thing, huh? And I've been there, so I know, and it was so interesting. She's like, I've been there, I know. We have to be so careful with our thoughts. Now, what happens is when we keep doing our thoughts the same, I'm not worthy, I'm sick, I have no money, there are no good jobs. The whole conversation came up with, there's no good jobs, the economy is bad. Well, let me tell you right now, the economy's always been bad. I've heard that. When I graduated from college, the economy was bad. My daughter's in college. She's hearing how the economy is bad. I mean, it's the cycle is what, every 9, 10, 12 years. Maybe now it's getting shorter and shorter and shorter. But you can seek out, and there is always abundance out there. There is always abundance out there. And when the economy is bad, it's basically maybe you're not in the right direction. The conversation came up about AI and how it's taking all the creative jobs away. And I said, actually, I kind of disagree with you. Yeah, AI is changing things, but for the people who are really, really creative with whatever, there is actually a lot more appreciation for that. And you can be a boutique shop and you can charge more. Now, if you can disagree with me all you want, but I'm actually seeing it in real time. I'm seeing it in real time. I have a new marketing team and we've had conversations about that. And she is amazing and helping me with my 1 year launch. So there's always these different fears. I remember when I was growing up and I was talking about something and my mom say, "Oh, we were there was always something. We were afraid about, the war or the eggs running out or pantyhose. They were too expensive because of the war. I mean, there's always something. And you can feed into the fear and just be fear, 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 or you can go in the other direction. And how do you go in the other direction? You come back to yourself. You get quiet, you get present by ordering one of these. I'm showing my alarm clock again if you're not watching on YouTube. I just think this is so fun. I can't wait. It's kind of retro too. I think that's what it said on Amazon. So why am I keep talking about the clock? Because what do? We wake up and we start scrolling. I've done it. I know. I totally, totally get it. I've gone from, okay, I wake up and I journal. I put my thoughts down. I've gone from, okay, I wake up and then I meditate immediately. And, you just got to try everything and see what your groove is. But the whole idea is the whole bottom line. I've done Dr. Joe Dispenza. I've done the journaling. When I go deep, it's like all or nothing. I'm getting ready for this horseback retreat I'm doing. I'm learning so much history about all those different areas. I can't frickin' wait. Taking horseback lessons. I haven't done that ever really, English style. But what's the whole reason for all that? To be present. So you hear the whispers. So you hear all the nudges. So you hear spirit. So you hear your higher self. So you're open to receive. So you hear the love. Because in the end, we're always getting the nudges. Spirit is always with us. Your higher self always knows. You know what gets in the way? Our mind, our thoughts. And how does that happen? Oh, from toggling back and forth on our phone. Whoops, showed you my credit cards. Toggling back and forth on our phones. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. Jump, jump, jump. So the idea in the morning is to set your day at a great rhythm so you can smooth on through and stay present. Now, some of us have little kids. Some of us have distractions, and that's a little bit more challenging, but it can be done after you drop the kids off. Just be in silence for 10 minutes. But it's got to be a priority, and your priority has got to be you. It's got to be making yourself number one. So then you might be saying, yeah, but what about me, Kimberly? You know what? I am so sick. I've got this freaking disease. I can't even get out of bed. You scale it down. You scale it down to, I'm going to be quiet in the morning for 10 minutes, like completely, whether it's journaling, whether it's meditating, keeping your eyes shut and just really honing in on being present. Well, I'm in a chaotic something. Well, there is to a certain point when it's so ingrained in you, it's almost your body chemically will make, I can't even remember the name of it, but it'll make a chemical. So it's so addictive. So you just keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. So it's really the warrior who challenges and says, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing that anymore. And that's what I did. I said, I'm done. I'm not doing that anymore. And you got to make it a priority. And it continues until we're here on this plane. You'll have those amazing days where you're just, woo, yeah. And as you clear out the clutter in your brain, you get more and more where, ooh, yeah, this is great. But I just wanted to jump on here and say again how important it is to be present. And I'm so excited for my 1 year anniversary. Please, please, if you are interested in a session, go ahead and book a session with the code I'm ready for a free session. I'm doing that for the first 3 people. You have to book by June 6th. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my newsletter, which is on my website, and get my free meditation at thekimberlykatherine.org. Make it a beautiful day, light keepers. Oh, I'm so excited. Getting ready for my trip, doing all this fun research. I'll tell you about it later on. And make it a beautiful day.